They were doing it with a third party. Actually, I notice if I picked up the LGFA report correctly, they may be looking at some form of rates assistant program, which I wonder if it's a reverse mortgage as well. They were noting that was that there. Just remind me, so if we look at the green, that's the outstanding rate setters balances, just to think about your question, Terry. Remind me, this is at what date? This is at 31 March.
Previous financial year. Yeah, that's the full position.
Oh, it's 2024. Yeah. So sorry, of course it's not. It was 2025. So the critical thing will be what is it like, as you say, at 30 June 25. Okay. Yeah, that's great. We'll get that out. Peter.
Thanks. Hayden, just your comment around where people are perhaps having difficulty paying, and you saying the team is very willing to put in place sort of arrangements. I understand that could mean that people can move on to paying rates monthly or fortnightly or weekly or.
Yeah, all of those things basically. Yep.
Okay, so those are options.
They're options, and it may be, if they get quite a bit behind, it has to be spread over a year or two, or it's kind of sort of working with them what they can afford,
right,
plus trying to keep current. Yeah.
Right.
So it's basically trying to work with the ratepayer to sort of help them get back on track, really. Yeah.
Thank you.
Just a quick one.
Yeah.
Is there an administration charge if they go to weekly as opposed to annually or quarterly?
No, there's no administration.
There's no interest. No. Okay, that's good.
No, it's not. There's no difference really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, brilliant. Oh, Dali.
Important to note, and it's good to tell people, we pay our rates monthly and we're not behind, we're not in financial difficulty, but it's just easier for Waikato Regional and TCDC to go out in a lump. So I think it's really important for those people who think, oh my God, I've got a quarterly or whatever, payment of $1,000 or more, that option is open to everyone.
Just to clarify, we have a fortnightly, but we have them on each week. So we don't, it's 2 fortnightly cycles that we have. Yeah. But you can pick which week when you're on. And we have an installment and a monthly.
Okay, brilliant. Rightio, if there's no more questions, I think I do need a mover and a seconder for this, please. John and Martin, thank you very much. John G. I'll put the motion that we receive this. All in favour, please say aye. Those against, it's carried. Believe it or not, I'm slightly in front of my lunch, so I think we will just do with the next 2 items, which is elected member expenses and then the motion to move into public. So I think this next one is in your hands, Donna. We are making you do some work today, is that right?
It is, and through the chair, my computer has died. So
oh, okay. Have a look at mine then. You're welcome to.
But that's fine. This is a quarterly report that we've been bringing more recently to the Risk and Assurance Committee on elected members' expenses. So this is for the quarter ending 31st of March. And the attachment at the back of the report shows the elected members' expenses, and then also the expenses that are for the different boards and things that we have as well. So, it's an information-only report. So also to note that this also goes on our website too, so for transparency, so that the public can have a look if they're interested.
Brilliant. Peter, just before we go, just remember that, Donna, this has all gone through appropriate approval processes within council. The expenditure has been improved. So it's a chance for us just to reflect that firstly, we will be transparent by going on the website, but secondly, it's also just a chance for a quick look by ourselves to say, does this still meet our test of what is reasonable on the ratepayer? Peter.
Yeah, look, I think it is really good, and thank you for the further information. I'm curious as to why Thames on page 193, why the expenses associated with the Thames Community Board are so much higher than any of the other wards. Could we perhaps...
We could bring that information back to you.
That'll be great.
I would need to talk to the governance staff about that and see what is actually driving that.
Yep, thank you.
That's right. No, that's coming from a different board. I don't think that's fair. Deli?
I'd just like to remind people that if there is an amount, there is the debate of what is fair and equitable to the ratepayer, but there's also the doing of our jobs and to be busy and active in doing our jobs. So aside from Peter's question, I'd just like to move it.
Yes, thank you. Do I have a seconder? Thank you, John. Is there any other comments, questions people would like to make? Terry?
A quick one to say a vote of thanks to Jennifer who does these, and I sign them off. She brings them through and they're put together well and organised. So thank you very much.
Brilliant. Okay, so we've got a mover and a seconder. Can I please put the motion? All those in favour that we receive say aye. Those against, it's carried. I said I had 2 items. I'm actually going to be a bit naughty in terms of agenda, and so I just want to pause for a moment. In fact, I am going to ask you to pass a motion. I just wanted to, before we go into public excluded, acknowledge publicly the work of Donna, which everybody said is for, I think, 11 years. So well done, Donna. Hopefully that's not a life sentence. But I just want to reflect that we've already talked about it, even when we talked about the annual plan. This is a person who's been a key part not only of this committee, but the infrastructure, the ecosystem of the council through some pretty important years. And I know you've had some exciting developments in your life, and you're also moving on, which is always great to see when people at whatever stage of life make these changes. But already, again, going back to the audit side, I think, Donna, it also reflects that we're going to miss you, and we might well be activating Plan B, believe it or not. So look, I would just like the committee to mark this moment, if you'll engage with me, by passing a short resolution of thanks. And if you just give me a couple of moments, because it won't come up on screen. Cherie has it. Have you got it, Cherie? Thank you. I would like us to, if you'd engage with me, because I'm going to move it, that the Thames Coromandel Audit and Risk Committee formally mark and acknowledge the service given the committee by its Corporate Services Group Manager. I had to go check that was the right title. Is that? I can't access that. Oh, doesn't matter. Donna Harvey. Donna has been a constant presence and a support for the work of the committee, which has been key to enabling the committee to do its work and develop its role. You'll second that? Brilliant. Well, I'm not going to. The best way we can second that is, I think, by passing it by acclamation. So I'd just like to say, join me in saying well done to Donna. I'm hoping somebody might come in from stage right now, but before you can speak, Donna, I just wonder, is there anything, Aileen, at this point you'd like to say?
Yeah, so we've had a bit of a farewell with the staff, and we came quite close to breaching our earthquake limit on numbers of people in the chambers. But I want to publicly thank Donna for
there we go.
her support of ELT, and I think I refer to her as the conscience of ELT. Donna is the safe pair of hands, and she's the one that pulls us into line when we're heading off a little bit. She's been a deputy to me, which has been super important to be able to go and leave the building and know that it's still going to be here when I come back. She has the confidence of the elected members, and I certainly saw that in the previous triennium, in the later part that I was actually here, and in this triennium. And she's been a massive advocate of staff, and her direct reports acknowledged that in the staff meeting the other day. So it's sort of bittersweet, because it's a loss of 11 years of corporate knowledge, but it is really neat to see Donna looking so happy, and I'm sure that's nothing to do with leaving. I'm sure that's about the life choices that she's making. So just from me and the leadership team, massive thank you very much for everything you've done for us.
I'm a typical male holding flowers. I'm not that good at holding them, Donna, but before I pass them, does anybody else like to make any comments? Seeing everybody was keen to see. Does any other comments I'd like? So I got Peter first.
Yeah, so Donna, I just want to personally thank you for the support that you've given me, and I know that you have given to everybody else. I appreciate your directness. I don't think there has never been a time where we think, hey, Donna's trying to pull the wool over our eyes or trying to keep something from us or what have you. You've been direct, honest, full of integrity. And from my point of view, you kept us pointing north from a financial point of view, and always thinking of how what it can look like and how we can do it better. So, thank you very much.
Gary.
Yeah, I came in 2016 and you were already in the chair doing a thing. So I've had those 8 years or so with you, and it's been a really good adventure and time. And we've been through some ups and downs, and I found you very easy to deal with. You've got a sense of humour, which is lovely, and feel comfortable coming to you to ask questions when needed. So thank you very much for that time and together, and good luck for the future.
Thank you. Gary, looks like you'd like to
I'd just like to say thank you very much, Donna. When I first joined council in 2019, I started in early 2020 asking for information. So it's the first time some of this information had been asked for. You didn't have a moment's hesitation. It took you a little time to get some of it, but you certainly, provided information which was helpful to other councillors, and I'm very grateful for the assistance and the support you've given. Thank you.
Martin.
So I'm very much going to miss being able to look across at the back there and go, Donna's got something to say. So obviously, Peter, that is now going to have to be, your Peter and Hayden's job instead. But yes, thank you very much. I've never felt that I'm asking a stupid question, and you've always answered with good knowledge and respect of the people that have asked the question. So thank you.
Brilliant. Now, Donna, I'd like to give you these flowers, but I have to stand up, so I'll give you a hug. So you'll have to stand up too. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. That's lovely. Yeah. Okay. So you look like you were about to break into song. So if there's something you'd like to say, please say.
I guess for me, and I'll use the same words I think I use for the staff, it's quite a surreal. This week has been quite surreal, and the moment is, that it's hitting home now that yes, I am leaving. And while I am really sad to be leaving, and I'm really sad to be leaving an organisation that where everybody is trying to do the right thing, and everybody's trying to make a difference, even despite some difficult circumstances with being a council. It's and being staff at a council, it's not easy. And the public, you do hear people being very negative about council. So, but everybody here does come to work to do a good job, and a lot of the things that, and I'm really grateful and thankful for your support as well, and the nice things you've said about me. But I couldn't do those things without the people that stand beside me and with me too. So, I just want to acknowledge everybody at council that has supported me through my whole 11 years here, and my career as well. So, and also the councillors past and present. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Donna. Doing it again. We do appreciate your presence here. It's been great right up to the end. Wish you well for the future. Can we just look at a couple of these? Could we just look at the motion to move into public excluded on page 195 through 198? We have got the matters that we want to deal with in public excluded and the reasons stated. I think they're reasonable. I'm going to move that we move into it. Thank you, John. Is there any discussion on that motion? If there's no discussion, I'll put the motion. All those in favour, please say aye. Those against? It's carried. So we just take a couple of minutes to, I want to just deal with, we might as well steal the minutes because then we'll go for lunch. You've done another good morning's work. So if we could just make certain that we are in public excluded.